This is Music and Motivation, bringing you the music that motivates you to live a life pleasing to God. Giving you the hottest in videos and interviews of urban Christian music. Stay in the know with news, updates, and upcoming artists. With your host, C. Elevation. Music and Motivation.
What up, people? What the business is? This is Music and Motivation. I'm your host, C. Elevation. Today I'm coming to you from South Man Production Studios, as you can see. And I wanted to put a two-part episode together, bigging up CHH, or Christian hip hop. Me being a Christian hip hop artist, as well as the host of this TV show, I've had a privilege of meeting a lot of people from a lot of different walks of life. And that one common denominator is Jesus Christ. So, you know, whether you're a Christian rapper or a rapper that's Christian, we all come together to promote Christ. And so that's what I want to do throughout these two episodes. All right, let's get it. And on today's show, we got no other than the man, Tony Tillman right here, man. How you be, brother?
I'm good, man.
Yeah, man, I appreciate you coming to the show today, man.
Yeah.
So listen, man, we're going to get right into it, man. I'm going to ask you a few questions. Some things that's kind of been on my mind, you know, just researching and reading up on you a little bit.
All right.
Now, you're a former Crip, right?
Yep. Neighborhood.
Now how, I just want to know now, would you say it's a myth that, you know, and most of the time we think anybody that's not affiliated or has never been in a gang, we think that the only way out is in a box.
Yeah.
Or, you know what I'm saying, or either you going, you know what I'm saying, you got to get jumped out. You know what I mean? So, I mean, how did you walk away from that life?
Man, cause that's true. I mean, that's true in theory. You know, like your expectation is once you get in, I know I can't get out unless I die out. So that was my expectation too. You know what I'm saying? But after I became a Christian, I was a Christian for about a month. I didn't tell nobody. Like I was going to church. Right. You know what I'm saying? And where I'm from, you know, that's always viewed as something positive. You know, that's like taking care of your kid. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody's gonna frown on that. Like, okay, yeah, you going to church? That's what's up. Yo, we gotta go get this work. You know what I'm saying? And that was the mentality. That was my mentality. But then when Christ actually came into my heart, you know, I started realizing, man, I can't live this life no more. You know, and I didn't know how to break that to them. You know, because I joined Crips when I was 12. I became a Christian when I was like 20. You know, so I had the same friends my whole adolescent years. You know what I'm saying? I had the same friends, you know, probably some new dudes came over, some dudes leave, but for the most part, the same guys. We all knew each other for years. So it was like, man, how do I break this to them? Because I don't want nobody shooting up in my grandma's crib, you know, this kind of stuff. So one day I was reading the Bible, I was meditating, and I ran across the scriptures. The first time I had ever read what Jesus said, if you're ashamed of me, before this perverse generation, I'll be ashamed of you when I come in my Father's glory with his angels. And right then I was like, I got to tell these dudes, you know what I'm saying? I can't be afraid, you know? And so just one particular day, we was all out. One of our partners had just got out of jail. He had been locked up for about 2 or 3 years. And you know how it is, when I get out of jail, you know, about to barbecue, you know, and all this kind of stuff. So
a couple of fresh pair of kicks.
You already know it, you know what I'm saying? So I was a chaperone, you know, I was taking him around, seeing everybody. And we get to my man Yak. We got to his crib. And I mean, it's like 20, 30 Crips just all out in the yard, you know. So it's weird, we formed this circle, and it was going in the circle trying to figure out who gonna drink what. You know what I'm saying? So it's trying to judge, like, what we gonna get? You know, we're gonna get a gallon of something or a few things. They're trying to see who won. So when they got to me, I was like, nah, I don't drink no more. You know what I'm saying? And one of my homeboys, you know, he knew I was going to church, so he's like, he been going to church. He don't drink no more. He smoked though. You know, so he was like, so they was like, all right, we'll bet we'll get an ounce or something, you know. And I was like, nah, I don't smoke no more neither. So my other partner named Daryl, I remember him looking at me saying, what, you think you a Christian or something? You know, and I was like, yeah. And everybody started staring at me, so I could start pulling up my pants, thinking, you know, it's like something about to happen, you know. So then he goes, well, if you're a Christian, then what you hanging with us for? You know, and I was like, and just, I mean, not even a thought. It was just like, my response was, because y'all my family. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all my family. Like, we family. What you mean? And they was like, well, man, what you want to drink? You know what I'm saying? And they just moved on. So I think that response, like, made them, it wasn't like, he's selling out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It was like, nah, he's trying to do something. And I had a reputation, so I had respect amongst the circle. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't like one of those guys that would be considered lame, or like he just around, just like, I put in work, and they respected that. So then when I was like, you know, man, I want to follow Jesus, I want to follow God, like, they respected that. Because as a Crip, we still revered God. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have a healthy view of him or a healthy fear of him, but we had some fear of God and some knowledge that God existed. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, I became almost like a priest, because when they had questions, because I would read so much, and then after I started going back around them, you know, with the gospel or whatever, all the questions that they had that they always wondered, I was able to answer them. You know what I'm saying? So they ended up coming to me like, hey, I know, you know, you doing your church thing and your Christian thing, so I know you ain't with the street stuff no more, so if somebody mess with you, you let us know, we got you, you know. And it was just that real, you know what I'm saying, as far as the respect. So I think it was just, as a scripture, as a proverb say, when a man's ways please the Lord, he will make even his enemies be at peace with him. And I think that's what the Lord did. I just think he just gave me favor with him. You know what I'm saying? Because a few of those guys actually became Christians after I became a Christian. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
That's real. That's real.
Yeah.
Tryna do and who you do it for? Let me guess, you just don't do enough. What you tryna do and who you do it for? I feel as if we could change the world. What you tryna do and who you do it for? Let me guess, you just don't do enough. What you tryna do and who you do it for? I feel as if we could change the world. What you tryna do and who you do it for? Where you from? In and out of state, down to serve the sun. Right before the show, behind the stage, still he got on one. God, take my problems, bring it to the sun, he got it. And I would never act like all my pieces to my puzzle never been a problem. I pray I never turn my back on my God, acting like anybody could solve me. I'd rather pray over situations for life, even if it don't involve me. And if I ever lose connections, no worry, because it's no problem to call him. Yeah, what you mean? He the reason why I do it, serve the people through the dream. I've been down and down before, it's only losing as it seems. I'm living on his word, that's like Martin Luther King. What you tryna do and who you do it for? Let me guess, you just don't do enough. What you tryna do and who you do it for? I feel as if we could change the world. What you tryna do and who you do it for? Let me guess, you just don't do enough. What you tryna do and who you do it for? I feel as if we could change the world. Where you coming from? Where you going? Who you know about? Who you down to serve? Who you love? Who you holding down? You righteous in your ways and your efforts, you ain't slacking up. Wait, cut the cameras, who you acting for? What you tryna do and who you do it for? Better yet, what you tryna prove? What you tryna do and who you do it for? Living life like it's nothing to lose. What you tryna do and who you do it for? I know kids who need food and love. What you tryna do and who you do it for? Let me guess, you just don't do enough. Jesus said, if you love me, Peter, feed my sheep. Dealing with that question, I ain't perfect, tossing in my sleep. Running from the world, now that I can see. Only option is I obey, living for the king. What you tryna do and who you do it for? Let me guess, you just don't do enough. What you tryna do and who you do it for? I feel as if we could change the world. What you tryna do and who you do it for? Let me guess, you just don't do enough. What you tryna do and who you do it for? I feel as if we could change the world. Yeah.
Music and motivation. Got the homie, Sherrod White.
What's good,
What's
bro?
going on with you, big dog?
Man, not much, man.
In the A?
Yes, sir.
Chillin', doing
Yes,
your
sir.
thing, doing your thing?
Yes, sir.
Originally from Fayetteville, North Carolina,
That's
though.
the hometown,
That's
man.
family right there.
Yeah.
That's family right there, in the building.
Yeah.
And you just dropped the single, right?
Just dropped a single,
Tell us
Won't
about
Quit, called Won't Quit, featuring Sean Lockman.
Okay.
Dropped last week, man. It's a motivational, inspiring single, man.
Okay.
High energy.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's really like a workout song.
Okay,
So
got
if
you.
you throw out, you throw that boy on, that mug gonna get you through. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
So you heard it.
Yeah.
You heard it. Pick that joint up.
Yeah.
Just dropped Friday.
Yeah.
Early.
Yeah.
So right. So what else you got on deck, man? What else you doing, man?
Man, I'm working on an EP, putting an EP out next month called Fresh Start. Got some videos off that mug. I got some fresh content coming up, man.
Okay.
So, you know, the whole time I've been behind the scenes trying to get this album finished.
Right.
You know what I mean? So before I drop the album, I'm gonna kind of slowly roll out music to get the people ready.
Got you.
Drop this EP, then drop the album.
That's
you know
what's
what I mean?
up.
So,
That's what's up. So where can the people contact you, man? Give them
Man, y'all can look your boy up at IRefuseToBeNormal.com. IRefuseToBeNormal.com. Also, look me up on Instagram at Sherrod White. I'm on Twitter, I am Sherrod White, and I'm on Facebook. You know what I mean?
That's it.
Yeah.
Music and motivation. Sherrod White, you already know. I know other than my brother, my man, the juggernaut of the Queen City, Omega Sparx. What up, baby?
What's going on, fam? Doing good?
Good to have you here, man. Good
Yes,
to have
sir.
you here, man.
Good to be here.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. So listen, man, for the people out there who may not be familiar with who Omega Sparx is, just give them a little brief history into it.
Well, what's up, everybody? Just a nerd, just someone that loves playing video games, chilling out, rapping and music, and found the Lord when I was 16. He rocked my world, and ever since then, he put something in my hand, music, and ever since then it's been on. And so just a love of good music, it's me.
Yeah, it's definitely been on, man. And, over the years we've been knowing each other for a little while.
That's right. And we go back.
Man. So I kind of been following, man. And you wearing a lot of different hats right now.
Yeah,
man.
couple. I don't have any on right now, but you know what I'm saying, invisible. You know what I'm saying, got about 16.
Yeah, so you got Slap Battle.
Word.
You got the whole squad behind you,
Yeah,
Justice
League,
You got
JHL.
You got Spark Fire Management.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You got Game Breaks.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Wow.
Yeah.
Am I leaving anything out?
Man, I think that's about it. But thank God. I don't know if I could fit anything else in a 55-hour-a-week job. But yeah.
No doubt.
Doing our thing, bro.
So listen, man, this is what we're gonna do, man. We're gonna talk a little bit more about Slap Battle, what that's all about.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk a little bit more about Game Breaks.
Word.
When we come back. For right now, you wanna get into a video?
Yeah, let's get into a video.
Right now, we're gonna get into a video. We'll be back in a minute.
Life of a black sheep. Yeah. Life of a black sheep. Ayo, dub. Yeah. Holla at the people, man. Life of a black sheep. Let them know the life of a black sheep. Seems like my whole life like Dre, I've been an outcast. They can kill us when it's my time, one day that I'll pass. They like, can you do this for me? And I'm like, yeah, people who you think could be are not your closest friends. They like to play pretend, they like to take no give. The only way they're into giving if it's benefiting them. So tell me where the love at, cause I don't see it, bro. There's nothing clear that I'm seeing on this Vizio. I let the ink bleed so the lies can be exposed. This is life on life, not into playing games. They need to know. Gang cold as ice, anti-up, now you on your own. They're like bill collectors, they call until you pay was owed. But you owe them nothing, stay true to yourself and God. The fate of your calling is in his hands, so don't you dare abort. Don't ever get tired of making the right choice. No matter how much flack you catch the truth, you'll always need a voice. Yeah, life of a black sheep. Yeah, life of a black sheep. Yeah, you witnessing the life of a black sheep. Yeah, life of a black sheep. People who you think are your friends are just foreign us. They smile in your face, but in their mind, yeah, you boring us. The body language truth tells all, so don't be surprised. You can tell when they never look you in your eyes. When they nod their head like they listening, tuning out. That's a sign of pride, homie. Better check it out. Pride comes before the fall. Don't be the poster child, thinking everything is cool, but still in denial. Game is cold as ice, anti-up, not on your own. They like beer collectors calling till you pay was old. But you owe them nothing, stay true to yourself and God. The fate of your calling is in his hands, so don't you dare abort. Don't ever get tired of making the right choice. No matter how much flack you catch the truth, you'll always need the voice. Don't ever get tired of making the right choice. No matter how much flack you catch the truth, you'll always need the voice. Yeah, life of a black sheep. Yeah. Life of a black sheep. Yeah. Life of a black sheep. Yeah. Life of a black sheep.
Yeah, man, as we was talking a little bit about slap battle.
Yes.
About game breaks.
Yes.
And if you would, man, just elaborate a little bit, man. What's that all about?
Slap battles, showing love, applying pressure. Basically, it's a Christian rap battle league that I created with my brothers with Justice League, JHLMG, and with my boys, shout out to 3PFD. We have two divisions. We have a Charlotte division and we have a Pittsburgh division. So we're basically, it's all about, you know how most rap battles is about, I'm looking at you, I'm trying to tear you down, I'm trying to talk about you personally.
Right.
Basically, we're using the rap battle format, do concept-based rap battles. So most of our premises is on vice and virtues, love versus lust.
Right.
You know, basically we just did another one. We just did one, fatherhood versus deadbeat dad. You know, we talk about social issues, and so we have a talented group of MCs that are battlers as well. That somebody has to play the bad guy, somebody has to play the good guy.
That's dope.
But basically, it's 3 rounds. It's authentic hip-hop rap battles. We're going at each other, but not at each other personally, just on the topic. You know?
The topic.
So we gotta stay on topic, address the topic, and then, you know, battle your opponent with the concept.
That's ill.
Yeah.
That's ill. You hear that? That's ill. That's ill right there, man.
It's been
That's
fun.
dope.
And we're going on basically going on 2 years since we started it. You know, this year we rebranded it. We remodeled some things. We're in 2 cities now, growing. We each have a group of battlers in different cities that we're raising up, man. And it's great. People are getting it, generating thousands of views on YouTube and, you know, online, and, you know, churches and schools are starting to holler at us, you know, as far as we're bringing it. That's the whole purpose is, when we first started slap battles, our first battle was basically peer pressure versus self-worth. And I was actually the bad guy in that. I was actually peer pressure. And shout out to my brother Judah from Justice League that, you know, he played self-worth. And so, you know, we want to equip kids how to basically defend themselves in a positive manner, you know. And then on a Christian aspect, we want to show people how to defend their faith in a lyrical way, you know. Basically, this is our way of raising up soldiers, you know.
Right. Seeing game breaks everywhere. What's that about, man?
So Game Breaks is a company I started with my vice president, Sean Watson, locally here. But basically we're worldwide already. Basically this is my entryway into the video game industry. I'm a big geek. I can't deny it. But past couple years I've had a passion to really be in the gaming industry as far as for, you know, writing songs and just being in that world. And so I got the opportunity to actually write a song for one of the biggest video game tournaments in the world, EVO. It's every year in Las Vegas. And from there, that spiraled into last year me writing for Microsoft, being on the Killer Instinct video game, actually in gameplay on Xbox One. And so from there, yeah, it's big stuff. And from there, that soundtrack from that video game got #2 on Amazon a couple weeks ago. And so basically 6 months ago, we just started the video game company. And got a chance to meet thousands and thousands of gamers around the world and talk with them, and, you know, and still bring it back to Christ. And you know, I guess my motivation for being a songwriter is it's not just giving people spoon feeding people your perspective of the world, but basically writing songs that's relatable to them, where they're at exactly, where they're at today. And so there's a lot of video gamers that love hip hop and techno based video game music. And so some big doors are still opening for the company.
That's crazy.
So
that's crazy, man.
Yeah,
look at
stuff.
God. Look at God, man.
Get
But
my
see, that's
nerd
what happens.
on.
That's what happens, man. When when you live a life obedient to the Father, man, He elevates you. He elevates you. Open up doors that you never expected to walk through.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And I'm telling you, man, I'm a weird dude. Like, we think we know what God has for us,
Right.
But like, if you ever just stop your life, just stop and just sail out for a moment, God will reveal to you like deep mysteries and stuff that you could never fathom yourself doing.
Right.
And so when I say that God gave me the green light to write about video games, to bless video gamers around the world, it's definitely one of those moments you're like, the religious part of you is like, nah,
that can't be right.
That can't be right. That's weird. But my God is peculiar.
Yeah, He is.
And we're peculiar people.
Right.
So and we're the salt of the world.
Right.
And so that's the same motivation into my music, whether it's about video games or about my faith. It's we're peculiar people, so we can make songs about anything, and it should be able to touch people. You know what I'm saying? So
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
That's dope, man. That's dope. So listen, man, you was talking a little bit earlier. You said, you got saved when you was about 16. You know what I'm saying? Christ rocked your world.
He rocked.
But give the people just a little brief testimony, man. How you come to know Christ?
Oh man, I was a hot mess. Just stereotypical stuff. Stereotypical stuff when it comes to just a young kid growing up in the hood. But all that, I just didn't love myself. I didn't like who I saw in the mirror. And December 22nd, 1995, I had an encounter with Christ. And actually one of my best friends, a couple years older than me, shared his faith. He had just newly got saved. Mm-hmm. And I saw the change in him. And I was like, man, what's up with this guy? And it's just something that just attracted me,
Right.
And so I had that similar experience and got saved, and I like myself now. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
and there's a lot of people out there that can identify because I did not like myself. I tried to hurt myself when I was a kid. And going from that to I now love myself. I now see value in my life because Christ coming into my world and rocking it.
That's something to think about, man.
Yeah.
That's something to think about. Yeah, man. I'm gonna meditate on a minute, man.
Say la.
Yeah, we're gonna say la on that, man. Right now, we're gonna go to another video. We'll be right back.
Eric, I need the fried calamari. Not the circle joints either, the ones with the legs. Don't be stingy, not eat. Ice on that look like the herb. Put some ice on that. What you never heard? Put some ice on that look like that herb. Put some ice on that. I've been in my feelings nowadays. Oh, I'm not liable for things I say. I don't swim my floor. That's the way I go. That's the way I go. Y'all know I've been chillin', walking with the ghosts. Tryna get that queso off of my nachos. I'm still gaining weight, I cannot see my toes. It's been hot all summer, I just need the frost. Put some ice on that. Put some ice on that. Put some ice on that. I got no chill, no back. Put some ice on that. Put some ice on that. Put some ice on that. I got no chill for back. I got no chill for back. I got no chill for back. Got no chill for back. I got no chill. Boy, you put some ice on that. Put some ice on that. Got chill out.
17 Cypher, JJMG. Hey, it's the rookie year, the year challenge. I like to have it since I got with the league. Before I was scheming for things to try to see green like I'm in fatigue. In the kitchen, water whipping, making dirty money, praying way that I make it clean. I'm chasing my dream. I didn't succeed until I found God, now I'm redeemed. See, I ran through you like an article. You start singing when I auto-tune. Got banana clips, that's cool, but this ain't real like before May and June. God got the kid making moves now, so my past trying to catch it to me. I got too much to lose now, so I had to split like the screen of Call of Duty. First thing I'ma say in my interviews that I ain't never been in the subliminal, so I'ma tell them if they rapping after me on any beat, they probably won't remember you. Man, do you see how the lead do? With the pin, who you kidding? We don't play. Me against you, that won't be a toss-up, coming like a wind bouquet. I made a way out of Norway, so I'm always a beast mode. You'll never go rogue, go you through your storm, no Jubilee heroes, an X-Men. But when life start pressing on your buttons like a cheat code, you in bad shape, you ain't got a triangle, circle guy, that's what he's for.
Cheating with the vocals, lyrically I'm Goku. These top funny rappers couldn't even kill a tofu. That's why I finish them off, while the cam shooting. One in the front, one in the back, he Cam Newton. Yeah, all this talk about the faith getting played out. Prayer line, lay hands on them, get laid out. Tell all them pee-wees we don't play out. Double-edged sword, I'm itching to pull the blade out. Modern day Gideon, who stepped to the camp? One team full of warriors, I'm carried the rank. Yeah, the champion is Golden State, it's not Freezer. But you couldn't bury the talent with John Cena. No plan B, so I never abort. I'ma tell them Christ reigns like a weather report. Damn, brother fell off, but I'm on the rebound. But can't take the credit, the card machine down.
Yeah, chaos all around me, but I stay calm. A level cup of coffee in that morning, smell the napalm. Looking like a preschool, practicing these K's drawn. Numb to the war, and I'm asking where the hope's gone. Speaking life to this dark matter, all we need is heart surgery. Let that price of sin bypass you. And it's not that a fly past to spit a dope sermon on a Sunday that you no longer call Death Master. It happened at a skull on the rock face, street level, so the passerby can see how death tastes. Wonder how many hashtags of lights we would see if the Pharisees had IG at Calvary. Hashtag squad goals, hashtag he dead, hashtag King of Kings, hashtag blood red. Catch me outside of that garden tomb, empty bed, laid and took up his own life is what the scriptures read.
Yo, now that I got your attention, when you discussing who the best, why be hard to get mentioned? Cause we run circles round these rappers at the radio spinning. Tell Charlamagne to put us on the breakfast club like attention. It's probably cause my faith ain't replaced, it's a part of the mess. So I'ma just keep pushing these buttons harder than Tekken. Yeah, I'm not a planeteer, but the heart is my weapon. See the strength in the numbers? Yeah, that's called repetition. I crush the opposition. Yeah, they dancing to fail. Yeah, they catching his cell, cause they got hands like Odell. Like people asking about my race, cause they can't really tell. Yeah, he say that he's black, but he look Asian as well. Well, best of both worlds, Jig and Kelly, go Nelly, give him country grammar. Yeah, raise a Bardo, go Fatardo, then get props on your grandma. Yeah, give it gifts like I'm Santa, cause I got it in the bag. What? Here's one for the mumble rappers, tell them throw it in the trash.
Thank you for tuning in to Music and Motivation. Join us next time with C Elevation, bringing you the latest and greatest in urban Christian music.